My story begins in March of 2015 after having an accident at work. After being stabilized at UMC Hospital, I had a vision. In the vision, I had an emergency and the doctors ran in the room to assist me. As they were trying to keep me alive, I could feel something pulling my spirit out of my body. Some type of force that was pulling me. And then everything went black. Once again, a force was pulling my spirit outside my body. I was holding on for dear life to try to stay in there. This force was overwhelmingly strong. And once again, it went black. This time, I appeared outside my body watching the nurses and doctors work on me. I thought, wow, is that me there? And then I wondered to myself, am I dead? And the doctor answered me unknowingly and said, he's not in there. At that time, I noticed someone standing in the room with me. As he noticed me, he touched my wrist and off we went. This part I call America. Divided we stand, united we fall. The first place I was taken to was a store. I knew something terrible had happened and the angel said to me, it begins here. 1 year later, while watching the news, I saw this. This was the exact place the angel had taken me to, but I was unaware at the time. I saw this before it happened. Next, I was taken to other cities in America. Each place looked like a war zone. Place after place the angel would take me to, it was horrible. Burnt out police cars, looting, stealing, gangs roaming the streets. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. This is America? This is horrible. This went on for quite some time. City after city after city. I just looked at the angel and said, I don't want to see anymore. Why are you showing me this? And then I realized, wait a minute. If my body's at the hospital, then that means I'm dead. And I look up at the sky and I say, Father! I tried to fly through the sky as fast as I could to get to God. I was so happy my life was over. I didn't want to stay down there another second. This next part is called A Meeting with God. As I was flying towards heaven, I was admiring the scenery. Man, it was nice looking at all the stars in space. With every passing moment, I could feel myself getting closer and closer to my goal. I can feel it. I'm almost there. But then the stars started swirling around me as it created a pocket for me in space. I thought, what's going on? Where am I? What's happening now? As I was stopped dead in my tracks, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Where am I? What's happening? All of a sudden I hear, this is God, this is God, this is God. Everything around me saying this. The stars, the planets, the molecules, this is God. Then all of a sudden my spirit tilts as a position of respect for authority. After that, I hear a loud, thunderous voice say, I still need you on earth. After hearing this, I became so sad and disappointed, but I tried not to show it because whoever was talking to me was reading me. He knew all my thoughts, everything, so I was trying not to be disappointed. As he began speaking, I remember being half starstruck and half terrified. I remember feeling, is he actually talking to me? But but his voice was so thunderous, so terrifying, so much authority. I remember it all being so clear. How could I ever defy this being? How could I ever go against his will? I would rather die on earth 1,000,000 times than go against this one. I realized life was just a test, and I was upset with myself because I didn't do more when I was down there on earth. Man, you get such amazing clarity here. He spoke to me about a lot of things, but as I came out of the vision, I don't recall anything but the first thing he told me, which was he still needs me on earth. So, as he was done speaking, he told me to turn around. So as I turned around, I seen 3 portals. One said future, present, and past. I didn't understand what that meant. I felt so out of my league when I was there. Then I saw more angels, including the one that I left on earth. And God said, make it clear to him. And without saying anything, he just looked at me and he spoke it in my mind. And I was like, you can do that? All the angels around me looked at me and I was embarrassed because I was a Christian on earth. I should know God could do anything, but actually seeing it from this perspective is unbelievable. I didn't mean for it to come out like that, but everything you think comes out of your mouth there. There is no private thought in heaven. But anyway, I can see the prayers coming in from up above. To answer a prayer, God wanted to send me to the past, but it would be present as I entered the portal. This is why I said, you can do that? I noticed where we were at, there was no time. But the past, present, and future portals represented time on earth. But God is outside of time. He doesn't have to abide by those rules. Anyways, as I walk into the past portal, it was pure white. I instantly knew all the rules, like you know, up and down on earth. That's how it was when I walked in the spirit realm, except I was on the spirit side instead of the physical side. God had sent me to someone in the portal, but instead of in the physical side, I was on the spiritual side, and I had to convince him that he was going to say something that was going to hurt someone's feelings, that was going to have a ripple effect. So I was to convince him not to say what he was going to say, but only had certain opportunities to do so. Maybe like a certain time when he was asleep, or a certain thought that would come in his head. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to hear me. It had to be at those times that I could reach him. Just as I was starting to figure things out, I was back at the hospital. It was all a vision, but it felt so real. I knew God taught me a lot of things in this vision. It was so awesome. I just knew I had to tell this story. And I want to say thanks to all the new subscribers, and God bless you.